Hey guys, so today we'll be continuing the tutorial we started yet last time. It is ping pong tutorial number 1, and this is number 2. So, in the last episode, we got this simple script up that makes the thing follow the mouse and the ball bounces off the mouse. And today we'll be focusing on animating our little bat. Now, I just have a few images here. You can use whatever you want. But I'll be back once I've got those. Okay, so for your bat, you're going to need a sprite sheet. So basically, it's 2 images put next together. If you download a GIF, it won't work. You need to download it as a sprite sheet. I don't know if you have that option in whatever you're using. But anyway, the first thing you want to do is you want to click on this, select the sprite mode to multiple, go down here to where it says filter mode, set that to point, so no filter, and then set the compression to none, click apply, and now we can go into our sprite editor right here. When you open this up, you'll get a big thing of your sprite. You want to click slice. I'm going to go here and select grid by cell size, and then set these 2 numbers to however, like how many pixels are in your each frame. I'm pretty sure mine is 32 by 32. Let's see, yeah. So you can see we've got 2 white outlines over each of them. If that doesn't work with you, you might have picked the wrong one. It might be too big. But anyway, you want to click apply. You want to close this down. And now you can see if you click this arrow, we've got 2 separate frames. So now if we click on this, you can literally just drag it in. It's very small for me. And we'll just call this swipe. Save that. Now if we make it a bit bigger, because mine's tiny, like this, you can see if we play, the animation's playing, although it's very fast. But we only want this to play when we hit it, and of course I'll put it on the day in the minute. But for now, actually we'll do this first. So if we select our square, what we've been using as our bat, we can press the 3 dots here at the top, select copy component, and right here, just on any of your tabs except for this one, just click paste component as new, and you'll see it's here. And we just add a box collider, same, copy component, and paste component is new. But we just gotta make this a bit, this is way too big. We just fit it to our sword. I'm gonna make mine a bit wider than it because my sword's very thin. And then once you've got it around it good enough, I'd say there is good enough for me. If we just remove this square, we should see our sword now acts like the square. But we still don't have it only playing when we hit it. So what you want to do is you want to go up at the top, select the word window, click it, go down to animation, animator. You should see this pop up. So you want to click on this, whatever your animation is, and it should bring up this. So this is all the things that are happening. So when you start the game, it plays this animation. But we don't want it to play all the time. So you want to right click just in this empty space here, create state, empty. You want to right click on that and set as layer default state. And now you can see it'll start and just do nothing. So if you right click on this again, click make transition, and put it and connect it to your animation. And do the same the opposite way. So now these switch between each other. We need to make it so that they only happen when we want them to. So if you go here to parameters, press the plus button. You want to select a bool. I'm going to call this is hitting, because we're checking when it's hitting the ball. So then if we select here, so this one going from the new state to the swipe, or whatever yours is called, you can see right here we have conditions. So you want to press the plus button. If is hitting is equal to true, then you go through here, and on this one add the condition, and if it's false, we'll go back to this again. So now we've got to actually change it. So go back into your scene up here. You need to create a new script. I already have mine here. Oh wait, no. Yeah, we'll do it in this one. So if we double click this here, loading. So in here, the first thing you want to do is you want to do square brackets, serialize field. It's kind of a weird one. Once you got that, you want to go to the right of it and select public animator anim. It can be whatever you want to call it, but this is just easier to understand. What you want to do is you want to go if, well, no, we want to do out of the update method, because we want to check if we collide with the ball we want to play it. So you want to go on trigger enter 2D, because we're in 2D, and you want to do if collision dot tag is equal to, I'm going to do quotations here. It's shift 2 to get it down, and you want to do, well, what are we going to call the ball? So we'll tag it with ball, and we want to put it here. Then we want to go, wait, no, anim dot set bool, quotations again, and you want to call it, what did we call ours? We go back into Unity and check what we called ours. We called ours is hitting. So if we go back in, select here and go is hitting, and then comma, we want to set it to true. So now when we touch the ball, it will do it, but we want it to stop when we're not hitting the ball. So then you want to go on trigger exit 2D. So this is when we stop colliding with it. We can literally just copy this with a Control C and paste it with Control V, and just set this to false. There you go. So if we save that now, you can go into our Unity. It should save. If it's not saving, you can either go File, Save, or you can press Control S, which is what I do. But anyway, you go back into Unity, and now you can see, if we go into the scene here, sword, we need to set the animator. So that's this animator here. So all we do is drag this in, set the ball's tag to, wait, we don't have that. So you want to go add tag, press the plus button, we're going to call this ball. Make sure it's exactly the way you spelled it in the code, otherwise it won't work. back here. No, not here. To the ball. You want to tag it. This ball. So now there's one more thing we gotta do before we see if it works. On these, both of them, you need to turn off has exit time. Otherwise, it just doesn't have enough time to play the animation. But now, if we play, you should be able to see, hopefully. Okay, I figured out the problem. What you need to do is you want to go add component, rigid body 2D, you want to go gravity scale to 0, and constraints, you just press this arrow, freeze rotation. You just got to do one more thing. On the ball, you want to right click, create empty, and call this trigger. Now if you select this, add component, circle, collider 2D, and you want to set this one to trigger. Just make it a bit bigger than the actual circle. And now, if we finally play it, you should see if you select this to ball, you should see animation, but it's not bouncing. Okay, you have to set the mass to 100, and now, finally, it works. So when we do it, the ball will hit it, and we'll play the animation. So, just one more thing we're going to do. You don't need to do this, but it makes it look nicer. So I'm just going to pull in a simple background. Luckily mine basically fits. And we'll just create 2D objects. Square. Oh wait, it's not showing up. That's because order and layer has to be, can you do -1? Yes you can. Then you'll see everything pop up underneath it. You just want to drag the square to the bottom. This is just so that the ball can't fly out of the screen like it did. You just right click, duplicate, bring it up. And add box colliders to both of them. If you shift click onto the other one as well, add component, box collider 2D, and you should be able to see. You now go and play. The ball can no longer fall out of the screen. So that's going to be it for today's tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you in the next one.